In this video, Sago palm care, tips and propagation for your Cycas Revoluta. We're going to start by cleaning any debris and pruning the sago palm. As you can see, there are many yellow fronds and they need to be removed. I will be talking about removing the sago palm pups as well. Those are the growths or suckers at the base of your sago palm. In this particular case, we will start by cleaning all the oak leaves from the crown of the cycas. When you plant a sago, the location is important. Don't plant under any deciduous trees. That will give you more work to do and can cause health issues to your cycas, and you will see that in a minute. If you keep your sago palm in a planter, it will be easier to relocate if needed. And I repeat, it is very important to check where you will plant or keep your sago. This sago palm is probably around 15 years old and was planted under a bunch of oak trees. So every year it gets a ton of leaves falling on it. The leaves rot and you'll have a problem. As you can see here, there are a bunch of yellow leaves in the palm. One of the reasons you get yellow leaves or fronds in your palm is overwatering, especially if it is in a pot or place with bad drainage. It can also be due to lack of nutrients and sunlight. If you are enjoying this video, hit the thumbs up. Back to this sago, I typically remove the leaves or fronds from the bottom layer, but in this case, we are pruning the top layer to also clean the crown. Sago plant leaves can get yellow also in the winter due to the cold, which is what happened in this case. This past winter, I did not cover the sago palm, and I can notice the seeds did not mature. The sago is fine, but it has more yellow leaves than if it gets covered. What the sago needs is a new set of fronds, which will come after a pruning. Part of the care of the sago is to check how many pups are there and their size. The bottom of the sago palm needs to be also cleaned from debris, and we will be removing some pups, and we have to check that it's healthy. Here we are checking the amount of pups and size, if there are pests, etc. I don't know what these little beetles are, but they were everywhere. If you know the name, please let me know. This is the little crown of the pup. You need to keep it safe if you want to propagate him. This was around a month of not cleaning the debris. If it was in any other spot in the yard, you can go a whole season without worrying. A lot of people ask why my sago palm is not growing new leaves. If you notice that your sago palm is not growing any new fronds, it's probably lack of sunlight or nutrients. When you prune the fronds or leaves and gently clean the crown, you will find a center. Be careful when you remove the fibers so you don't damage the next set of leaves. Remove the fibers carefully. Dispose of them safely because they can be toxic to pets and children. Some people are allergic to them, so just be careful. I have been messing around with plants all my life, and I am not allergic to any of these, but the fronds are very sharp and they will hurt you. At one point, when you're pruning this part of the sago, you will find a different type of structure. It is not the petals anymore. It is some like these fussy long needles. Don't chop those, don't cut them, don't prune them, leave them alone, because if you break them, that is a protection of the new leaves. Inside of that layer are the new little fronds, you will see in a minute. We stopped that day because of the weather. This is another day. We had a storm, and now you can see the beautiful new set of fronds. At this point, we will be finished removing the rest of the fronds, the old leaves. Yes, you can prune and remove everything the same day, but because of the weather around here, we took our time. Also, I don't like to remove all at once. It looks weird for a couple of weeks, but so far it works for me. One big tip I can share is aim all the fronds in the same direction. As you are pruning, try to toss them all in the same direction. Believe me, it will be very helpful when you're moving them away. And all the sharp ends will be poking in every direction. It's better if they're all aiming in the same direction. In order to see the pups better, we decided to remove the fronds as well, the fronds of the little pups. They grew taller after the storm, so much rain. And although the fronds are softer when they're new, they are still sharp, and we couldn't see well what was what. This is a female sago. It has the flower head or crown where the seeds are protected. A female sago or Cycas revoluta will only have female pups. Same for the male sago palm. It only has male pups. They are like clones. The difference in the male sago is that it has a cone with pollen instead of the velvety flower crowned with seeds. I have a picture in one of the tabs in the channel in the post tab. You can go and see it. At this point, it looks clean, it looks neat. We could see that there are a lot of more pups than what we thought. And just a few days later, you can see how beautiful it is looking. Some people ask, will the yellow leaves get better? And the yellow leaves will not come back to green. Once damaged, out of chlorophyll, they are done. A month later, and the flush of fronds are opening and looking very happy. I like this slow release of vitamins. Since we have pretty much just sand, it needs nutrients. You can see the pups leaves are coming back. And weeks later, the pups are full of leaves as well. Ignore the weeds, it's been raining a lot. Now, in a previous video, I had mentioned this sago has trunk rot. Years ago, they had a sprinkler hitting the sago, and this is what happens. If you want to see how sago palm trunk rot looks, here it is. Like a scoop from the rest of the trunk. Having all those pops and debris makes it keep more moisture. I have been doing what I can to keep it going, but I think it has another probably 5 years or so, and the rotting is going to continue, sadly. In fact, I think when a plant pushes a lot of suckers, a lot of pups, or even seed pods, it is a sign of distress. It's sending another generation of plants to survive, but that's my theory. This fungicide for ornamental plants has helped. The trunk of the palm can't heal itself like a tree. So, whatever part that is messed up, the only thing that can be done is to slow it down. This is not contagious. So, if you have more sagos or other plants, it's not going to to get it as well. It's not gonna be contagious. What we did was to remove as many pups as we could safely without injuring the trunk anymore. Leave some of the other pups, the other sago pups, to mature, and most likely one of them we will be keeping for this flower bed when the time comes. There are also a lot less oak trees near this flower bed because of the storms as well. They fell, so that might help a little in the future. Don't miss the next playlist with more sago palm adventures.